Okay, so I wanted to say something today that I really need to get off my chest. Okay, so abuse in a relationship. Normally, whenever you hear this, you think of a man hitting a woman, right? Or like the joke that you make whenever you're a kid saying, boys don't hit girls, it's against the law, that kind of thing. I'd like to bring up a simple fact that it's not just men hitting women that's a problem, especially in this day and age. Today, sometimes, a lot of times actually, it's becoming more frequent that the women are abusive of the men. And although I think it's great that people from abuse networks are trying to raise awareness against abuse, it seems that they are just targeting men. And in fact, that women are abusers as well, and they're not including this, and they need to. I think that it's sexist of them, even though maybe the sexism is pointed more at men being the violent ones and not women. It is not just that, just as like a man is not the only one who can do yard work. And they may be bringing that up now, but they're not bringing up the fact that women as well can be negative as well as men. And they're not wanting to put this in the violence prevention stories. They just want to bring up the fact that women are often abused by men, and although this is very well true, they need to include both kinds of abuse. Men and women abuse each other, whether it be women abusing women or women abusing men or the other way around, men abusing men or men abusing women. It needs to be brought up for all cases, not just the ones that society feels necessary to talk about. Abusive relationships of all sorts happen, and not depending on the gender, it's the person itself. And we need to learn this as human beings, that it's not just the way you would think it would be. You need to realize that all things are going to happen. You know, we are at a day and age of change. And at this day and age of change, we need to realize that change needs to be made for everything. And that awareness is not just for men abusing women, but for all. I know that this was kind of negative, and it may have been kind of off topic of what I wanted to do with this channel. This channel's meant for everything, actually, and I just wanted to say something so I could get that off my chest. I'm sorry if you didn't like that. If you did, feel free to talk to me about it in the comments. I love you guys all the same, and hopefully one day we will reach a standpoint where we won't have to worry about domestic violence in relationships or domestic violence at all. Unfortunately, I don't think that's anywhere near happening. We are just at a daybreak where even some relationships are even accepted in some areas and not even accepted, just more or less tolerated. And it'll be a while before we can do any other kind of changing. It's hard to throw that kind of thing at society, a whole bunch of things at one time. All we can do is try to move everything for the greater purpose. I love you guys, and please subscribe. And I'll see you as soon as I can make another video. I love you. Ta-ta.